Great meeting you, Rajiv, and also that I'm a user of Insta, so it was a great meeting you too. So if you could give us a sense, I mean, I've been using some of the competitors. I like the user interface. I must say,
Thank you.
I used to get attracted to your user interface.
That's one of the reasons.
Yeah. So give a sense of the journey. When did you start this? How are you going forward?
So I'm Mohammad Razi. I am from Insta Financials, and we started Insta Financials in 2016. Okay, and we are in information services industry. So we aggregate data about all the entities like businesses which are registered in India. Either it can be a proprietorship firm, partnership firm, or a private or public limited company. We aggregate data from various public sources, and we package that information on our platform in a freemium business model. So any user can come to our platform, they can search any of the company name and look at basic information for free. Only when they need more information, like either for doing financial profiling or legal profiling, or if they want to do risk assessment in terms of either giving credit, or if you want to like to use it for business development purpose, if you want to do financial profiling of the company and get contact details of some key decision makers, so you can use our platform. So these are some of the major use cases that we solve. Number one, for business development, we provide the data of all the companies and even other non-companies also. Then for credit assessment, we provide a lot of financial, legal, compliance insights, which will help the B2B companies and banks to make well-informed credit decisions. So when we started in 2016, the industry was just evolving because MCA, Ministry of Corporate Affairs, made the financial data of private companies public only in 2013. Okay, so and 16 onwards, our strength has been ability to read financial data from the balance sheet and the AOC4 documents are the financial documents that are available with MCA. So with that strength, we were able to build beautiful reports. And our USP has always been the way we present things and the journey that digital journey that we have built for our customers has always made a differentiation. And whenever we launch a new report, that always has stood out in the market with more deeper information and much better clarity in terms of how the information can be consumed by our users. So as of now, like we are reached a stage where we are able to aggregate the data from many sources, a lot deeper information. Then we are able to analyze that information and give it in a easy to consumable format. The journey that we want to see is to predict what kind of potential risk that is lied with the customers and vendors. And in the future, we also want to prescribe the decisions so that our customers can make informed or automated decisions. Right. So that's the vision that we are looking at. So as of now.
And what's the, I mean, is your link to MCA the critical part of the puzzle, right? So is the access to that data the bottleneck, or the whole business is based on that? I mean, is it real time? Is it a huge manual intervention between the inquiry and the data that comes back to the customer?
So this is a common objection I keep hearing. So as an optimistic entrepreneur, I would say wherever there is a bottleneck, there is an opportunity. Yeah. So the bigger the bottleneck from MCA, the bigger the opportunity is what I would see. So people come to us because they struggle to get the data from MCA, or they are not aware of various other public sources. Yeah. So now how do we solve it is, let us say if you are going to MCA directly, you need to deal with all the problems of MCA service availability and
my question was MCA, though I've discounted. But for you to work with the MCA portal, is there a lot of technology layer that you have built in, or is it largely a manual process?
No, it is a lot of technology that is built in. So that is why we are able to deliver about 17 lakh reports with just a handful of employees. We are less than 15-member team, and we have delivered about 17 lakh company reports.
So that's the magic sauce.
Correct.
Right. So,
correct. Yeah. So in from most of the sources, we aggregate data through automation, and there is less than 1 or 2% of manual intervention in delivering the reports. That also only for the deepest.
And do you have to pay MCA for the API access?
Yes, of course.
Okay. So there is a business model in that.
Correct. So we pay money to MCA. There is some data that is available for free in most of the platforms, and we pay money to MCA and we download the data. Our advantage is like we have written programs which can read the data from these documents. Okay. Let us say when we prepare a 5-year comparative financial statement, we read through multiple documents, and our report reads data from 30-40 different forms of MCA. If user has to do it, it will be a lot of manual labor for him, and it's a time consuming process.
I mean, I would really like the user to say. So currently, how big is your team? And you're all based in Bangalore?
Yeah, all based out of Bangalore. We are a 15-member team. Most of our customers are from Mumbai, I would say, because they are financial capital, and most of the banks like HDFC, HSBC, Kotak Mahindra, Axis Bank, so they use our services. And we have a lot of corporate customers also, like Clear Tax, Make My Trip, India Mart, and we have few international clients as well, like Prequin, Pittsburgh. Okay, and even in Bangladesh also we have a sales partner who is taking data from us, reselling it locally in Bangladesh.
And how expensive is to acquire customer on the on the search? Is it very expensive to acquire customer?
Are you talking about our customers?
Yeah, yeah.
So because we follow freemium business model, so we collect a lot of organic leads through the search engine. So whenever somebody is looking for information about any particular company,
Okay, okay.
they search in Google, and then our page gets indexed.
So you get a lot of organic leads.
Yeah, of course. So from about, for example, about 3 to 4 lakh unique visitors coming to our website. So we have close to 6,000 paid customers. So we hardly have a handful of sales team, I would say. So we are only 3-member sales team, and there is hardly any outbound reach out that happens. So most of the leads actually come through inbound, through organic. Plus we also have word of mouth. Many customers keep recommending our name because they see a lot of value in our services.
Right.
And how did you hear about Empresario, and how's your experience been?
It has been wonderful, and getting associated with a name called IIT itself is a big thing to be. And I got an email actually. I keep getting invitations for various startup competitions. Earlier in 2017-18 period, I used to actively participate in these kind of competitions. We won several awards also. Like we are incubated by SAP Labs, we are accelerated by Axis Bank. Okay, and we were also awarded as a top 5 fintech startups, top 5 startups in India in one of the competition.
Right.
So it's my interest that I keep looking at such opportunities and keep associating with good institutions and validate our business plans and all that. So I got an invite, I applied for it, and there were a couple of rounds that happened. And as we have a vision to get into prescriptive way of presenting the data instead of just dumping forms or PDFs and Excels to the customer, we want to analyze that information and prescribe the decisions using Gen AI technology. That was the idea that I wanted to get it validated. So that's why I restarted participating in these kind of competitions. So I heard about it, I participated, and I got a very valuable suggestion also. So initially I was planning to build a generic Gen AI model, but now with the suggestion during the interaction with one of the rounds, in the initial rounds, so one mentor has suggested us that you try to be focused. Then I did a little bit of research, and then we focused that instead of building a generic AI model, we should build a financial research assistant. Okay, where user can actually get more insights related to financial data rather than just making it generic. So credit assessment related problem is what we want to take as a primary problem statement, and we will build a Gen AI model which can actually solve that problem. So that kind of focus has been recommended.
Understood. And how you deal with the data breach?
Data breach, say. Okay. So the public data, now the data protection policy is also coming and all of that. So whatever data that we aggregate is public data. Okay. So in the data business, there are two type of players, I would say. One who deals with public data like us, where consent of the user is not required. And there are other players who require consent of the users. They deal with consent-based data. For example, one of our investor who is like Perfios, okay, they deal with a lot of consent-based data. So they get into bank statement analysis, they get into IT return analysis, GST statement analysis and all that. So we focus more on public information. So because it is a public data, it is there is hardly any concerns about that. And when it comes to internal data like storage and privacy, like we are hosted in Azure server and secure environment. So we are an ISO certified company as well. So we keep doing that audits to ensure data is in a safe place.
Good.
Thank you so much. Sorry.
Yes. Do you have any expertise like Facebook, YouTube, and Google do to predict the data so precisely so that they can tell the user that what kind of decision they are going to take?
Yeah, as of now, that is honestly not there. So that is the direction that we wanted to take. So we have mastered the art of aggregating information and curating the data in a easy to consumable format. So the next step is to focus more on analytics, more on prediction of risk, what kind of potential risk that can happen. And next level is getting to prescription. So in the data journey, aggregation, analysis, then prediction, and then prescription. So that is a journey that we have mapped it. And the first two steps, to some extent, we have mastered it. So now we are going to build our competence on predicting what potential risk and then prescribe in the future. So it's not going to be possible to take a 100% risk-free decision. Okay, the best thing that can be done is decision based on a calculated risk. So we give them a calculated risk insights. So like for example, now also we provide red flag analysis along with the data. So if one of the director is associated with a C-rated or D-rated company, or if he is declared as a proclaimed offender, we highlight that in the report, so that customer pays attention to the red flag and take well-informed decision. So whatever risk associated with the customer or vendor while they are onboarding or taking credit decision, these kind of insights will help them to make better decisions.
Right.
So with that, keeping that as a base, then we will be able to prescribe whether they want to take a decision or not. So that is a first step, I would say. The red flag and green flag analysis that we do can become a base for doing predictions in the future.
Thank you so much, Raju.
Yeah, thank you.
Lovely.
Pleasure. Nice
Best
meeting
of
you.
luck
Thanks
for
for the
the
opportunity.
for the
Thank you.
event. I'll see you at 5 o'clock. Huh?
Sure, sure.
Just take down your number. If you could give me your card. Let me just
Yes.
share the.
Hello.
Anyway.
Kelsa ಇದೆ ಹೇಳಮ್ಮ.
We'll take one photo.
ನನಗೇನು ರಿಕ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್